me, Eljin. I can save all of you. I can help you go back home.
This wasn't just a random nightmare. This was a dream I had over and over.
Can we maybe figure out what we're gonna do now?
I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what's wrong.
Then figure it out!
Do you feel that?
We should go.
I want to check it.
Hey, stop.
You feel it?
Hello everyone and welcome to Geek Academy channel. I'm your detective host Igor, and today we are going to analyze some promotional materials for From Season 3 Episode 7. I don't know about you, but especially after the previous episode, I can already feel soon we're gonna get some really good concrete answers. As usual, I prepared for you all the materials that were published by Amazon and also the small teaser trailer that was released I think a couple of days ago. Yesterday, yeah, to be correct. And before we begin, I want to thank everyone who supports me on Patreon. Your donations, your support is what makes this channel possible. So let's dive in. So it is already kind of a tradition to begin those videos with the synopsis. Let's read it together. As usual, the edges begin to fray as concerns about Fatima's pregnancy deepen. Jade follows a clue trail into the forest. Julie and Randall seek a bit of normalcy. Yeah, normalcy, right. We've seen what's your idea for normalcy in the previous episode. Anyway, let's start with Henry and Victor, and we have only two images, so basically Henry and Victor, they're coming back to Victor's room. Nothing new here, we already saw these images. The one, you know, like this white lady in the darkness, this is the most curious for me. I still don't have a clue what the hell does it mean, but you know, I'm thinking about it. Anyway, here in this image we can see that they brought Jasper to this room, so I think the whole episode is already the next day. Also, look at the window, it looks very bright, it looks like it's an early morning, so it's probably the next day after the previous we have seen in episode 6. I tried to focus here on some new things. Nothing new is here, all the same drawings, like the same car we have seen already here, the drawing with the tree that's blocking the road. But what's interesting for me here in this image is that Victor and Henry put all of Victor's images here, all of his drawings on the table, so maybe, hopefully at least, they're gonna do some digging in the drawings, because we remember what Ethan used to say about the drawings. They all create a story, and as soon as you understand the story, you know what to do in order to save everyone in this place.
A story, and once we figure out the story, we'll know what to do next.
Judging by only two images from the promotional material and also no images in the teaser trailer, we're probably not gonna see too much of Victor and Henry in the next episode, but we're gonna get a lot of more of Fatima. Obviously, especially after the bomb that was dropped in the previous episode that Fatima is not pregnant, even though I kind of think that she is. I think she's just having some kind of a ghost pregnancy that's been transferred to her from the Kimono lady ghost. So we can see her go into the kitchen, she's like looking for a snack, she finds one and she's like, nice. Here we can see some set Fatima. This is just a profile picture, and you know, she's obviously going through some very dark, deep shit right now, because like she had something very troubling on her mind. She thought that her baby is probably something evil, which makes her eat some rotten food and, you know, drink some blood. But now when she realizes that she's not really pregnant, she kind of needs to, you know, figure out what the hell is going on inside of her that makes her behave like that. Now, I know there's a lot of theories that she's becoming one of the monsters. And it kind of sounds logical, and it's also an interesting way to, you know, like to present us a solution and explanations of how those first monsters were created. So maybe it is, I don't know, I myself still feel that it's not it. I feel there is something different that happening to her to Fatima. As I told you, I think the Kimono lady somehow possesses her or connects to her, and Fatima connects to her from the other world, whatever, you know, like 2 dimensions here. And this is why she's experiencing all the pregnancy symptoms without being pregnant. I don't think she's turning into one of the monsters. So yeah, here we can see that probably this is gonna be after that, because there we can see she's been already like Mariel put a needle in her arm, and there's like this thingy that they put for you in the hospital, you know, when you puke a lot and you need to get some nutrients, so they getting them inside of you in the liquid form. So this is probably what's happening here. You know, Fatima is not really eating, she's eating some rotten food, and even this is not really, you know, like in a big supply here in this place. So probably they getting her like some really good nutrients that are needed for a person, a human being here. And in those shots here, you know, she's covered, but still it doesn't feel like she's been here like somehow treated. So yeah, here we see this scene, not really too much of interesting details, nothing new by the way. We also like we analyzed Alice's room already many times, so there is an argument between them. Obviously there's gonna be a lot of arguments, you know, like Alice is there trying to help, trying to understand what the hell is going on, and you know, Fatima herself doesn't really understand what's going on. So she doesn't have any answers, she doesn't really know what to say to Alice, so probably it's gonna be like a lot of explosive topics and a lot of, you know, like triggering moments for both of them. So this moment is a bit weird. We can see that Tilly is coming, she's like holding some kind of a tea, probably something for Fatima to feel better, and she's looking very surprised. My idea is maybe at this moment Fatima is like telling her like, you have to leave, I'm not really pregnant, and you know, like look at Tilly, she's in shock to, you know, to understand those news, to get those news that Fatima is not really pregnant. If you remember, she was the one who kind of outed Fatima. Fatima was not telling anyone, and then Tilly was like, oh, you're gonna be a great mother. So if Fatima is not really pregnant, how Tilly was able to see those symptoms? Now there's a lot of theories about Tilly being, you know, like a mole or a witch or whatever, or some kind of a spirit, something that is connected to this place, and here maybe she's turning into something, I don't know, like it feels a little bit weird for the type of this show, for, you know, for Tilly suddenly to become a monster, you know, to do some transformation. But here, look at this moment, Alice is like telling somebody like to stay away, and Fatima is really not herself, she's looked completely out of it, she's like really tired, her hair is completely all over the place, she looks like she's not ready to do anything right now or to deal with anybody. They look a little bit frightened. So I don't know if Tilly really becomes a monster here, I don't know, it doesn't sound too logical, but obviously Ellie's telling somebody, my guess is this is Tilly because like she's the one in the room, to stay the hell away. So this is obviously a WTF moment for me, and I'm waiting for the episode already to see what the hell happens there. And we're moving here to Tabitha, Jade and Ethan. We don't see Jim yet, and they're going to the village. So it's probably the morning after, you know, Jim went to this place for the food, so he spent the night, and in the morning they went to this place to actually to analyze and search this all of those red stones and everything Tabitha was talking about, you know, like having this nightmare that occurred over and over again. So here's the same, probably the same shot, and here we can see the Jim, like look at those talismans. You remember this form that was created with sticks on the talismans? This is right before you enter the village. So my idea, this is probably Jim is like, oh, seeing his family. So yeah, Jim is surprised, and you know, Tabitha is explaining to him that this wasn't just a random nightmare, this was a dream that I was having like over and over again. And this place exists here in this place. So yeah, like there's a lot of theories about what's going on right now. I don't know yet, I have my own theories, but you know, like Jim seems a little bit confused, but you know, he's gonna be convinced because later we're gonna see them go into this place. Anyway, this moment has been shown to us in the teaser trailer once again. Probably it's gonna be shown to us in the episode. I don't know why people think this is Tabitha. I'm 99.99% sure this is not Tabitha, this is maybe something else. This is something that was sent to Tabitha as a vision or a memory of this place, but everything can happen. Maybe there's gonna be eventually a time travel here, and maybe Tabitha is completely from a different timeline. She's maybe like from the Civil War period or even before that, and somehow she was able to escape this place into the future and then was adopted. Okay, this is already similar, closer to Terrance's theories, so he's doing it way better than I am, and you're more than welcome to check his channel, his Reddit section, and you know, read about it even more. But you know, I was also talking about the time travel. I still don't see any evidence for that, but maybe. Meanwhile, I'm convinced this is not Tabitha. This is somebody else, some other girl. Anyway, we can see that all of the family already come into the redstone. So as I told you, Jim is convinced, Tabitha was able to convince him, so maybe they like made amends and the whole argument from the previous episode is already behind them. I don't know, it feels a little bit anticlimactic, like if the creators open some kind of a storyline, like they're arguing, they're fighting, there's gonna be some different conclusion than just, okay, we're not fighting anymore, we're loving each other, and blah blah. It's a bit weird. Yeah, so Ethan is here also, and I'm kind of asking myself, what is he doing there? Why is he there? Just to be there, just because you cannot leave your kid alone or something like this? I don't think so. I hope so, at least, that Ethan is gonna be one of the keys to understand this place, and he's gonna have some kind of an insight. Maybe he's gonna notice some similarity to, I don't know, to Criminal's story, or something he was dreaming about, like he was dreaming in season 1 about the spider that came from the ceiling. I don't know, maybe. Anyway, like there's another like mom, I don't know if they're arguing or Tabitha is way serious here. Once again, like Ethan and Jade here trying to analyze the stick figures. No details, nothing else, just something to wait for. I don't know about you, but I'm like, I feel every day, almost every hour, because I really want to get some more concrete evidence about the theories that I'm building. And like, once again, it feels like they're arguing. I don't know what's gonna be there, but my idea is probably they're gonna come, they're gonna argue, Jim's gonna be as usual, I'm an engineer, I do roller coasters, this place is scientific, and this is just nightmare, everything. Those are just numbers, those are just trees, everything is here just stupid, I know everything. And Tabitha is gonna explain to him, so please stop being stupid, because everybody tired of this already, especially the audience. Let's go to see the three redstones, and they're gonna do it, and probably Tabitha is gonna have some kind of a vision, or maybe experience some kind of a nightmare once again. Hopefully we're gonna get a little bit more of this memory nightmare, a little bit more about this girl. Anyway, we're moving forward to Eljin, and if we judge once again by the teaser trailer and the promotional materials, we're probably gonna get a lot of Eljin in this episode. So he's finding some kind of a picture, some kind of a Polaroid. And it looks like it's not something that he done because he looks surprised. It's not usually like, if I take a photo, I'm not gonna be surprised that, oh, photo, I know I did this photo. So yeah, he finds the Polaroid of the cellar. You know, the cellar where Jade saw his first vision with the guy that was killed by the boulder, when Boyd saw the ballerina coming out of the cellar, this cellar, the same one. So we're checking this out, and he goes inside, and like, this is the same images, but just in a way better quality. I did some kind of editing on them. Once again, no clues, no small details. There is something here. I don't know what it is. No idea. Maybe it's just nothing. Anyway, when he goes to the cellar, I kind of was not sure 100% if this is the same one. I don't remember the ceiling being that low, but you know, like I checked it, yes, they are that low. When Jade was there, he was also almost pushing them with his head. So he opens exactly the same like cupboard door, exactly where probably Victor and Eloise and Miranda were escaping to through the teleport tree, just like when Victor helped Julie in season 1 episode 7, exactly where Jade saw this guy being crushed by the boulder. So we can see that Eljin is opening here, so he's probably gonna see there something. You know, we know that it's empty, but he's gonna see there's something, because in the trailer we can hear already the Kimono lady saying the same shit as usual, like, help me, save me, I'm gonna save you all, but now she's talking to him directly, she's saying his name, Eljin, I'm gonna help you. Probably this is somehow connected to it, like there's no other storyline here, but this one that's connected to Eljin. Maybe he's gonna see like a body there, maybe there's like another entrance there, maybe there's like a secret button, you push it and it opens up and you can see some more, and there's like a, I don't know, a skeleton or something like this, because this is what usually happens. Once again, I'm bringing supernatural, but usually when the ghost starts taking you from one place, from point A to point B, they want to show you their body. So this is what comes to my mind. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, we're going forward to Julie and Randall. Once again, they're standing next to the hospital, and this is one of the main reasons I think this is the next day, because the last time we saw them, they went to smoke some weed, so probably the next day, you know, like Julie went to him to visit him, because this is where he lives right now, and they're like, let's go out. They are seeking a bit of normalcy from the synopsis. And they're going to the forest, they're gonna probably have some good time, maybe get some laughs, but then they're gonna see and notice the same place where they were captured in the end of season 2. So there's kind of a heated moment here. You can see that Julie and Randall probably arguing here about something. Randall is probably gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna go there, I'm gonna leave you alone or something like this. And here is this place. This is the place where they were tortured. Okay, you remember where Sarah was hearing voices and the music box, and then Boyd kind of discovered that if you light the torch up, it shows you like the different dimension or something like this, where this place is completely built. It's not being destroyed like we're seeing right here in the picture. Now in the trailer we can see that Julie really wants to go there because she feels something, and Randall wants to take her back. He's like, no, we're going back. And this is exactly why she's asking him also, are you feeling it? Now what is interesting for me in this moment is, are they high? Because we're kind of starting to understand already that everything connected to drugs kind of influences this place. But it doesn't, once again, 100% works for me, because we heard from Julie that smoke and weed helps her not to hear those voices, not to hear those screams, but when they're here, at these moments, she feels them, she can feel it. Now, is she feeling them because they're both high and they have like the same connection like Miranda used to have when she took some acid and she was feeling the Ankui children and she was hearing them and getting some visions? Or is they're not high and this is why they're hearing this? Once again, this is a moment that's going to be important for me when I'm going to watch this episode. Anyway, once again we get into Boyd, and Boyd is asking Christy, so what the fuck is going on with my grandchild and what are we gonna do? And we can see that Christy pretty much is not in the mood, like she's a bit tired and she doesn't have any answers for Boyd, and it feels a little bit like she's not really willing to look for the answers. She's more concerned about what the hell is going on with Fatima. Is she becoming one of the monsters? This is just my idea, this is just my opinion, but it didn't feel like, you know, the usual Christy that wants to help everybody. She was like, you know what, no, I have no idea what to do in this situation because I have never seen anything like it. It feels like she's really annoyed, and Boyd is losing his temper once again. She's like, so figure it out, you need to figure out. She's like basically screaming at Christy. We are seeing Boyd being broken more and more again. I know that some of you were really ripping Acosta off when Boyd was angry at her. So you basically blamed her in every sin possible that ever was committed by human beings, just because Boyd was angry at her. So I wonder if the same people are gonna still justify Boyd's behavior here and be like, yeah, of course you need to scream at Christy because Christy she's to blame in what exactly? Yeah, Boyd is losing it, obviously he's losing it. Something is happening to him, like from episode 1, it was stated by the monsters, we're gonna break him. And if it's stated, it needs to have some kind of a development, and this is what it's showing to us. They are breaking Boyd, he's completely losing his temper, and he's probably gonna lose the town also. Or at least, you know, like the trust of the town. So Boyd is going to the colony house, there's the Hobbit adventure, there and back again, and we have just a couple of amazing images, like both Boyd and Donna here in the mist, next to the colony house. Once again, no details, nothing here to grab on, but you know, like we can see that Boyd is once again worried and he doesn't really know what the hell to do here in this situation, because right now he have two things on the scales. Usually it was just to save the city. I need to save the city, I need to save everyone. But if Fatima is a danger to the city, now he has a very huge dilemma on his hands. It's either save Fatima or save the city, if she is really a danger. We don't really know it yet if she's a danger or not, but you know, it's pretty much a very big possibility in this case already. So as soon as Boyd is gonna weave her and, you know, like try to, you know, solve both of those issues, or we'll have to decide, this is probably what's gonna bring us to, you know, all of the synopsis that we read for the future episodes 8, 9 and 10. The town is like losing trust in Boyd, and so on and so on and so on. So this is it, this is the whole material. I don't know about you, but I'm really waiting for episode 7. I'm feeling already we're gonna get something very concrete, some answers for our questions. We're not gonna get all of the answers, obviously we're gonna get another season hopefully, but I do believe that they prepared something very interesting for us in the last 4 episodes, especially after everything we have seen in episode 6 with Tabitha's nightmares. So we are starting to understand what's going on in this place, what is the history of this place, and what is the lore of this place. I'm super excited about it, and I hope you are too. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. This is the greatest support you can show to me, watching it from the beginning to the end. Thank you so much for it. You can also like, subscribe, write some interesting comment if you want. I read all of them, so please feel free to write anything. And once again, if you want to support this channel on Patreon, this link will be in the description and on the pinned comment. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!